Life is strange, right? Why would this past month have been any different? Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx, 10 weird gaming stories from July 2017. Number 10, Bioware sponsored a corn maze to promote Anthem. Anthem is this really cool looking shooter that might actually kind of be what we thought Destiny was going to be when Destiny was revealed, and I don't know what to say other than I watched a video of some guy like really excited about a corn maze. Like, you know how they do developer diaries? They did one of those with a bunch of like corny looking footage, excuse the pun, with this futuristic sounding droney music in the background. And then the director of the game, John Warner, wistfully says, "Corn maze." And you know what? I'm not normally one to judge off of 2 words out of a person's mouth, but he comes off as a freak. Like some kind of super big weirdo that I don't know what to do about. See, in any other situation, if I saw an adult person excited about a corn maze in that way, enough to make a short film about how you made one that's an okay exosuit representation. Let me just repeat that, an okay one. It's not really that good of a corn maze. But even if it was an amazing, perfect, unbelievable corn maze, if I saw an adult human being act this excited about it, I would turn around and I would walk away without even questioning it. I just would go. That would be it. First off, not that exciting. Second off, I don't want to be killed in your corn maze that you created as a trap for people who have never seen an 80s horror film. Number 9, lightning returns in a Nissan Final Fantasy 13 commercial, and I do not know why. This commercial came out and I just said, wow, that's a thing that will definitely be in this month's Weird Stories video. And then you're like, well, when I'm driving around, the thing I want is an augmented reality game in which a Final Fantasy 13 battle is occurring around me. Oh, and there's this great new technology in the car where if you almost hit someone, it stops before you hit them, I guess. You know, because you're so deeply embedded in your augmented reality helmet. What is going on in this? Oh my god. I don't know how this translates between the augmented world and the real one. Like, was there actually some kind of weird racetrack that they were able to drive on? Like, did they go upside down for real, but the augmented reality made it look like it was on ice? I don't... Oh, right. It's stupid. That's what it is. Stupid. Number 8, a very old woman has been cosplaying, and it's really cool. And I'll tell you why. It's because she's a very good cosplayer. Now, you'll see all these really awesome characters she's done and how really well done her costumes are. But I think one will, let's just say, catch your attention. Yubaba from Spirited Away. It's not the most complex of her costumes, but that is a great cosplay. Now, it's not every day you get to see somebody who is, you know, a grandma. And also props to her for Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Number 7, a gamer at an internet cafe was screaming so loud somebody got up and beat them up 2 times. Like, yeah, I get it. You're into the game. Lots of people get into the game. People who game at home tend to throw controllers or stand up and maybe walk off a little bit of rage. But this person screamed in a public place where there's a bunch of other people playing video games too with headphones. Now, that's one of the key things to think about here. An internet cafe, even a gaming-oriented one, is a lot more like a library than you might expect. It's not necessarily dead silent, that's why I say a lot and not entirely, but it makes people mad. Now, that's not an excuse to hit somebody, and they don't just hit them, they like beat the holy hell out of them. And I'm not saying that that is the screamer's fault, it's not actually, but don't scream in an internet cafe. Don't scream in a place where people are trying to pay attention to something at all, as a matter of fact. Just, you know, be courteous. I mean, don't beat people up in response to their lack of courtesy, but I mean, everybody was pretty much wrong here. Everybody was bad in this situation. Number 6, a guy was streaming a game that gave him a jump scare, and then at the same time his kid came up to him right behind him and gave him another jump scare. You know how they have the exaggerated jump scares in streams and Let's Plays? It wasn't like that because he jumped a little bit the first time and then there was something moving behind him he didn't realize was there, and I think probably peed his pants a little bit. That's why you do your work after the kids are asleep, even if your work is streaming games. If you work at home, don't try to do that while the kids are awake. That don't work. Number 5, you think you're sneaking downstairs to play Zelda? Nope, not in the modern world. As a kid, you may not know it, but your parents probably have a security system now because, well, we're all paranoid of our neighbors. Yeah, it's this great thing they did where they made sure everybody hated each other and never wanted to associate with one another. It did a really good job of selling a bunch of security systems, and now they've yielded cute videos of kids sneaking into the game room and playing Legend of Zelda. Always nice to see tomorrow's generation of Zelda fans. Always nice to see it. Number 4, back in 2015, the American Psychological Association released a report indicating they found evidence that video games that are violent makes players aggressive. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say I think that video games kind of are a mirror more than they are an inspiration. And if somebody gets violent because they play a violent video game, it's because they were violent in the first place. But hey, that's just me, somebody who, thinks, I guess. Now, the beauty of the scientific method is the fact that you repeat experiments, you subject them to peer review, and you criticize them. And that's exactly what happened. A journal called Brain Imaging and Behavior published a new study in which it indicates that it does not think that this is, right. In the study, 28 male adult subjects showing excessive long-term use of violent video games in age and education match control participants were examined in 2 experiments using standardized emotional pictures of positive, negative, and neutral. They were not able to find literally any indication that there was desensitization towards violence or any emotional problems caused by violent video games. Number 3, a Chinese mall basically made the arcade again. They're purporting this sort of innovative idea of having a gaming booth so that if you go to the mall with somebody who wants to shop and you don't, you can sit down and play a game. But, the only new thing here is the sitting down part. The rest of it's really not new. Mall arcades have been around since like the 1980s, and they don't air condition or ventilate these things, so instead of limiting your time by making you put quarters in them, you just get overheated and pass out and they drag you away so somebody else can play. Like, stay home. Play a computer or a game console at home. Don't go to the mall. Number 2, at a tournament, a pretty serious bunch of errors happened during the lead up to the show match. There were technical pauses, issues with everybody's PC, and it didn't go terribly, but it didn't go well either. This led to the clip you're watching right now, where they act as though one of the players just throws one of the computers right off the side and it crashes into a million pieces. Oh, that incredibly expensive PC. Now, this was kind of just a little bit of a prank. The organizers were poking some degree of fun at themselves for how badly the tournament had gone, but a lot of people kind of got angry at it, thinking, oh, this is bullcrap, it's fake. But what they failed to seem to honestly understand is that it's kind of like getting angry at wrestling. This is basically wrestling. The part that's not the actual wrestling part. The part where they're doing the story. Basically the same thing as that guy throwing that PC over. And finally, number 1, gaming big brother Tencent is going to start limiting playtime for young children playing Honor of Kings because they think that people might be getting addicted to it, particularly children. If anyone who's 12 and under logs in after 9, they'll actually impose further restrictions, including how much money they're allowed to spend in it. I don't know, maybe you can tell, but I'm not a big fan of microtransaction business models, and I don't think most people are, as a matter of fact. I think they're kind of over it, but apparently kids are not over it. That's kind of the problem, actually. So which did you think was the weirdest gaming story of the month? Leave us a comment, and if you had anything else to say, or found another story that you think is strange and want to discuss with everybody else here at gameranx, we'll be looking for that comment. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. If you're not subscribed, now would be a good time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero, and we'll see you next time right here on gameranx.